Two claps and a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. If Trump gets elected with Elon being in on it, the media will start saying, President Elon.
He's our car guy. At least that's what I call him. So basically...
Or tell us the story.
I contacted...
Main goal is to get bitrate to 50K a month in monthly recurring revenue by March.
And that's when we get our Corvettes.
End of Q1.
It's just business.
Well, welcome to the Groff Show.
Groff Show.
Groff Show.
This is going to be one bad episode, probably.
Hey, you never know. All Harrison's going to do all
said when we press record, he's going to start dying.
I know.
Wait, for real, is that the introduction?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're for real.
We're going.
Yeah, we're for real.
We're going.
Harrison. So basically, what?
I said now he's serious.
Or he's trying to be.
I'm like serious.
Serious.
Basically, the Groff Show is What, Harrison?
Are we addressing the camera or are we just talking to each other?
We're talking to each other, but they're watching us right over there.
Hi, Jerry.
Wait, do we look at the camera?
Who's Jerry?
Jerry's the word used for some that snowboarder, a skier who's like really bad, or like Dude Perfect.
Do we look at the
Can't mention
camera?
my name on this show.
Yeah, they didn't pay us.
Yeah.
What?
Do we look at the camera?
No.
Not
You don't
necessarily.
like look at it in the eyes and scare it.
What do you want to?
Why would you want to look it in the eyes and scare
If
it?
you're talking to them, then you can look at the camera.
Bitrate. Where did it start?
What's
I'm trying
bitrate?
to get on a normal talking.
Well, first, maybe you address what bitrate is.
Bitrate.
Yeah. Because it's like a video file format, right? The bitrate of video.
It was actually your favorite word, and I never
Why?
knew what it meant.
What do you mean it was my favorite word?
You're the one that came up with
You
that.
came up with
I
bitrate.
did.
Yeah. I was always like, what does bitrate mean? And you go, it's the rate of the bits.
But you're the video guy. I thought you knew what bitrate meant.
No.
Because bitrate started as a video agency.
We're gonna have to cut this out.
Why?
We don't even know what it means.
No, this is quite entertaining.
You remember?
No.
We don't even know what our own name means.
No, I know what bitrate meant.
What?
So technically, bitrate is a video term in video.
Of?
Like a video has like a certain bitrate.
Yeah.
So
Nobody uses that though.
when we were trying to figure out something to start on the side, bitrate was going to be a video editing agency, and it was going to edit videos for people.
Yeah.
Because at the time,
Well, before it was
Remember-
bitrate, it was Normac. Because me and you were doing it, and then we rebranded to bitrate.
no, Normac was your thing.
It was both.
No,
of them.
bitrate was a completely new thing.
So basically, the audience is probably in the dark. Bitrate is our web development and digital marketing agency.
Pretty much.
That was started this year. But it
Yeah.
was first a video editing
It's actually
agency.
1 year old in January.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
first a video editing agency.
Yeah.
That's a big pivot.
It's a huge pivot.
We don't really do anything with videos anymore.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, we don't.
I was going to think of... I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Because it was a video editing agency, and you know Joel
Yeah.
was talking about he had his friend who does unlimited web development for a flat fee.
Yeah.
We were going to take that idea and apply it to video editing, where you pay a flat fee per month, and then you get unlimited videos edited.
Yeah.
And then you basically
everybody
process
wanted
one
it.
video at a time, and then that's how you manage load.
Everybody wanted it, but nobody wanted to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we got more. Didn't we get more?
Anyway, that was what the name bitrate meant, because we were doing video
Oh, yeah.
editing, and that was the perfect name. But since we pivoted,
Yeah, it was funny. We were building my LinkedIn because we needed a personal account,
we were doing.
and
They help other agencies grow, and they had an event in Nashville, and they help you grow. They help you. They have a lead gen system, and you use LinkedIn for it. Remember?
Yeah.
What?
No,
Harrison
yeah.
broke again.
keep a straight face. Keep a straight face.
And why did you bring it up?
Oh no, just funny because we hit like almost 1,000 followers within the first few months. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to somebody like that week, and they were bragging about how they built their LinkedIn up to 300 followers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget why I was bringing that up.
Yeah.
Because we got it up that high without even trying.
Oh no, that's why I was gonna bring it up. We got 1,000 people on LinkedIn to follow us for video, unlimited video editing.
It was your
But
account
no.
specifically.
Yeah, but nobody wanted it. Like nobody wanted to pay for it.
Well, we were targeting the wrong demographic, and also
We
we
were.
were only kind of working it. We were working like very little. We weren't really doing much of it.
No, we were bringing in leads like crazy, but nobody.
We were
really
very
interested.
We weren't putting time into it though.
Well, what I meant, Harrison, is we weren't putting a lot of time into it.
Oh yeah. Not
'Cause
really.
Because I was doing my thing, my agency, my other agency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were doing your own thing,
Yeah.
like your game, and Cameron was working at Res.
Yeah. I was actually just starting. Well, we started Bitrate like a month or two after I started working at Res.
That's what I was trying
And
to figure
that's
out. I
when
forget when we pivoted.
In January is when I took over most of the video department, and that's when I got more busy.
Wait, you only were.
But even then, wasn't working it that hard.
Yeah, we weren't.
But you're only working at Rest for a year.
All right, what month was
November.
it that we went to
Oh.
Tulsa?
What was that?
What one month did we go to Tulsa?
November.
November.
Just recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the end
It
of
was
October.
end of
So
October.
then we only it feels like we only really started working Bitrate in November, like really hard.
In
we got,
October, actually.
We got our
In
first.
October.
We got our first client. and
October is when we really started working Bitrate hard.
Well, we got our first client in July.
yeah, July or
It was
August.
July.
Yeah. We got our first client.
July.
Yeah,
It was July.
that's when we got our first.
That's what. So in July we really started working it hard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
It kind of
we
like,
got
it kind
our
of like
first-
coasted
the
for a
first
little
client for the new services, and then we started working on our lead gen.
when did
most-
we pivot
most-
from video to websites?
bit. Around
That's what I'm
July.
trying to remember because I forget.
Around
I
July.
think it was like right after we made the change. It was like a month or so.
And then we
And
got
then
our
we
first
got our-
yeah,
client.
no, it
client.
was like around July, like at the beginning of July or
But
something.
we knew more of that space because you were in it for a while with your
Yeah.
other agency.
No, I think it was like June is when we got them.
June was when we talked to him. July was when we got our first
Yeah.
paycheck,
Yeah.
I believe.
And then we really started working the lead gen hard because most companies have a problem of not getting enough of leads through the door. And then we kind of fixed that problem. We have a lot of leads. And
Yeah.
we're basically, as we're doing our own things, we're just building this, and we're fixing problems as they come. So we fixed the lead gen problem, and then we weren't getting people on calls. And then after going over a few questions with Cody, we fixed that. We're getting people on calls.
Yeah.
Now, the thing we're trying to fix is getting people to convert into clients, which is actually going real good. I was I had that meeting with that
John.
with John
Oh yeah.
at the coffee shop, and he is like really wanting to buy.
Dude, that's how he seemed when I first met him.
What about the other guy? You said there was like 2 people that booked calls.
Only 2 people last week,
Oh.
and so forget the first guy for a minute.
Okay.
John was like biting at the bullet wanting to buy, but he works for those nonprofits, so he said he's gonna have trouble getting it finalized.
Yeah.
No, the one nonprofit he said probably they won't want to do it. But he wants to do it badly.
Yeah.
He wants to do it so
that
badly.
one, yeah.
In fact, he wasn't even. He never throughout the whole meeting never even asked about price.
Yeah, so
In his mind,
too.
he'll just pay whatever it is.
Yeah, when I talked to him too, he wasn't worried about price. He just wanted to change his site. He wanted to get more
But
traffic.
I think more people should be like that.
then I counter sold him on the SEO blueprint,
Yeah.
and they're probably gonna buy that.
yeah.
So they might buy that.
But then
and
his
the
other
main thing.
nonprofit, he said going into the new year, they want to rebuild their website, and he says he's going to hire us to do it.
There we go. Yeah.
When's
But-
this going to be?
The budget that he told me they have allocated for it, I think it just means their website. And our service is a monthly package.
Yeah.
Does he know that?
No,
But he doesn't know that it's monthly.
not yet.
He might be thinking he's only doing a one-time deal here.
Well, no,
That's why he wasn't worried
I'm
about
sorry. He
price.
does know it's monthly,
Oh yeah, that makes more
but
sense.
for the website build, he told me their budget, and it was like
Oh, not monthly.
$6K.
A one time.
Yeah. for the website. But that's what we do in month 1. They get a new website and they pay $5K a month. So that is
it's cheaper.
technically within budget.
He's getting it cheaper.
They could pay for month 1 and then cancel.
And then I told him about the CRM setup. So basically with Bitrate, month 1, we work with local businesses like roofers. And month 1, they get a new website that's rebuilt. And then month 2, they get a CRM set up for their business so they can track all their leads. And then month 3 plus, we start an aggressive SEO campaign to get them to rank higher on Google and get more monthly leads. And when I started mentioning the CRM, he said they're just like tracking people in a Google spreadsheet.
Oh no.
And then yeah.
That's
and then
crazy.
They're like sending things out manually.
People still do that? Actually, not heard of
Well,
that
it's because
before. I've actually heard of that before.
It's because one of the founders. That's how he does it. And they have to basically do it how he wants to.
I only use a spreadsheet to have fun and for
we won't mention the names of the founders or the nonprofit, but he said the founder or not the founder, it's like the president of technology or something. The guy that does the website. He's like 60 years old, and he said he's the type of guy that if you try to provide feedback to him, like he could get offended.
Oh,
so he said he's watched our website audit we did for him, and then he sent it to that guy. So John watched it, and then he sent it to that guy, and he says he probably thinks he's offended.
Oh no! So he's basically head of their creative department, in a way.
Yeah. Well, he's ahead of it, and he is it all in one.
Yeah, you never want a person that can't take feedback in your creative department. Especially your head of
unless you make it sound like it's his idea, and then he'll love it.
Yeah, actually, that's in the like the 48 Laws of Power.
Yeah. Wait, we should try to do that to him.
What?
Make it sound like his idea, and then he'll just want to go.
No, when I was in meeting with him, I was thinking through that how we could do that and how we could have John do that to make it. But I wasn't coming up with anything.
Yeah.
But the president, like the guy who started the nonprofit, he's like 80.
Yeah.
And he's the one that writes all the blog posts. So I told John about the blog strategy, and he goes, "Well, yeah, he'd probably want to do it, but he won't have the time to put in all the effort to like research all the articles." So that's when I told him about the SEO content blueprint.
Yeah.
We research them a year's worth of content, and then all they have to do is write it themselves.
Yeah.
And that's when he thought, they're definitely probably going to want to do that. And then I said, here's the thing. He goes, so how much does something like that cost? And right now, we literally just launched it the other day. It's only like $500.
Yeah, it's very new.
It's only like $500.
Yeah.
But it's used as like a lead gen tool, so we're not really making a lot of money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I said it's like $500. It's $500, and he like flew back in his chair and he was like, "See,
airbag."
He goes, "That's a no-brainer."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, what can something like that go for if it was like another company selling it?
I mean, something like that you could easily charge a few $1,000s for.
Oh my! And we're only doing it for $500.
Yeah,
well, just for now to get a few orders, and then we're using it for a lead magnet to funnel people into the big service.
And then we're gonna slowly. Oh yeah, I see it.
Because remember how our funnel works? We call it the checkmate funnel.
Yeah.
Yep.
We get people through ads and cold emailed phone calls to request a free website audit.
Yeah.
And then we look at the details they fill out to see how much their business is making and everything.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not an ideal client, we say that they're not a good fit for the audit. Then they get access to the free SEO mini course. That then upsells to the SEO content blueprint.
Yeah.
And then that upsells to the service in the future when they have more money to spend.
And that's helped us a lot too, because we're getting so many leads of like these people that can't afford it. They're just checking it out because they wanted to start their own like small website, but they would have never been able to afford our services. And we were getting flooded with those people.
We got one person who they had an online store and it was just affiliate products. It was like a few hundred products and they were not even related to each other.
Yeah.
And he wanted an audit.
Yeah.
And then we had someone who
on what, his website or
they
his
did
products?
drum lessons.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't be able to afford it.
I was actually talking to my hair guy the other day. He's in a band, and he was like wondering how much a website like that would cost. And yeah, he just wanted like a very small blog. We got to talking about it a little bit. We didn't get into budgeting stuff, but he was like, yeah, he's not willing to put too much money into it, but he thinks our service sounds really cool. I don't know if he'll check it out. We didn't get any emails back from him yet, but
Is he a small guy?
he's just one of the guys that works for the haircut
So
company.
he's trying to make his own website or the company's website?
He's trying to make his own website for his band.
Oh yeah, they aren't gonna have it.
Yeah, he said they don't not have no money. By men, we're getting a lot of people like that. And this, since we changed the way we get leads, we're getting a lot more like people that are serious and want to.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. I had to turn the mic off to clear my throat. I'm still sick.
Yeah, and
I
hear
told
it.
Cody today. I was on the call with Cody, and then he was wondering what Christmas plans are, and then I said we're filming this Christmas special, which we haven't mentioned that it's a Christmas special yet.
Yeah, we probably should say that.
This is dropping Christmas Day as a Christmas special.
Well, actually, they would know that because they're going to
on
be watching
Christmas.
it on Christmas
yeah.
Day.
It's our gift to you.
Oh, no. Every time you call Cody, though, it seems like you're either sick or got an injury.
Yeah, no, I have. This year
Your
I've had
arm's broken.
a
you
broken
got a
arm, 2
concussion,
motorcycle
or-
wrecks.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah, when you
And
gonna
then
get
the
a new
snowboard
bike?
wreck, too.
Yeah, no, that was the broken arm.
Yeah.
When you gonna get a new bike or fix the ones you have?
Well, State Farm hasn't sent me the check yet.
It's been like months.
Yeah, I know I have to call them.
They don't want to give no money away.
What was this? Oh yeah, I was on the phone. I was on the call with Cody, and he was wondering what like Christmas plans were or something because we're not having a call Thursday because of all Christmas stuff. And then I said we're filming the Christmas special this morning, and I'm sick, so we'll see how this goes. And he said, "Well, I should just sit here and let you guys talk."
Just sit there in the quiet.
You'll just sit there and just stare at the camera like
We should
this.
just not turn your light on. You're just sitting in the shadows.
Yeah, and the bald guy just like this.
With a cigar, you just
Yeah.
see the puff every so often.
Yeah.
A glow.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Right, so well, that's what bitrate is. Now, what are what are the goals for bitrate this year in 2025?
Goals. You gotta talk about goals.
So, main goal is to get bitrate to 50K a month in monthly recurring revenue by March.
That's our
Yeah.
goal one.
Wait, by March. Yeah, by March.
Yeah, by March.
Q1.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's when we get our Corvettes.
End of Q1.
And a Q1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when we get the Corvettes if we hit the goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Patrick hasn't gotten back to
Because
me
we're not
yet.
taking any money out of it, so that would be like a little present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about Patrick?
He hasn't got back to me
Who's
yet.
Patrick?
He's our car guy. At least that's what I call him.
Well, then tell him the story,
So basically,
or tell us the story.
I
even though we know
contacted.
it.
No, I just signed up
I have short-term
for a
memory loss.
website to customize a few Corvettes to see what we were looking at. And this website took all my information and like gave it to like every Chevy dealership in the area.
Yeah.
And I got bombarded in calls. But one of the guys is Patrick. He's a pretty cool dude. And he said the last time we talked, he said he's looking. He's found one of our Corvettes, but he's having trouble finding all three. And that was like a week ago. But he was calling me and texting me almost every day. And now he
Yeah.
just stopped.
He got
Wait,
a
Patrick
car.
stopped.
Yeah, he just stopped. I have this weird
Is it
guy.
after you told him we want the 3 black ones, and then
he
that
knew.
overwhelmed him?
He knew.
Why'd he stop?
No, I meant, did he stop after you told him you wanted the 3 black ones? Because remember, at first he didn't know.
No, yeah, but
He thought you just wanted one.
Oh no, he's like, I gotta talk to my manager. That's what it was. He said he has to talk to his manager.
He's still talking.
And then he never got back.
Yeah,
This is
Yeah, I
a
know
long.
he got overwhelmed. And he's like,
probably.
which that ain't a good salesman. He should be trying to find these
But he
things.
sounded asleep when I first talked to him.
Oh, you
And
said he sounded high.
yeah, he kind of more sounded high. And that's probably why I didn't remember that I wanted 3. And
Yeah.
and I had to tell him for like the 3rd time.
Well, what doesn't make sense is why is it taking so long? They should just be able to order 3 new ones from a different
that's what-
dealership.
That's what Nick said. Nick is our other car guy. He's a lot more serious.
Yeah.
But he says he can pull 3
Oh.
from different dealerships.
Oh, then there you go.
He also said we can come down and test drive one. Yeah.
They have black ones.
Yeah, he has the exact one we want. He has a 2025 black convertible.
It's a
I
C8.
think I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw
And
one the other day.
I think it has the red accent color, but the seats are still jet black. I'm not positive.
We want the
though, on
black
that.
seats, right?
Yeah, we want jet black seats, but red offset accent. It's like more like
threading.
it's more like red lining. Yeah.
Like red threading.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the red interiors don't look that good.
It makes it look
doesn't-
cheap.
It
I
makes,
saw a black Corvette the other day on the road. It looks sweet.
oh yeah. I saw a white one. Like it looked like the newer models, like one of the newest ones, and it looked really nice, almost like the exact ones we're looking for.
Yeah.
It literally looked like, for as cheap as they are, it looked like a really expensive car sitting there. It looked
Yeah.
cool.
For as cheap as they are. Almost 100K. Actually, some of them are 100K.
For as cheap as they are, for how cool they look.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a $500,000 car sitting there.
Well, they probably had a lot of custom stuff done to
No,
it.
it literally just looked like the newest model sitting there because it was white, so it looked like it was no customizations. It just looked like the default.
You might have had the.
Did you ask Patrick?
You might have the. I forget what
Who's the new car guy?
Nicholas. I call him Saint Nick.
Did you ask
It's Santa
Patrick?
Claus.
Christmas.
It's
Did you
Santa
ask
Claus.
Patrick or old Saint Nick if you can customize, if you can add aftermarket parts to a car that's on lease? Because I never leased a car. And I don't know if
I
you can do
didn't
that.
ask him that, no, but
Well, can
I
you
did
just-
talk to him about our our personal customizations that we wanted done, and he said it will take longer, but he will be able to pull them. So like if we want anything special done,
like
Yeah, but that's to the car
individually.
itself. That's stock from the manufacturer.
it
I meant
is,
if
but
we
like
want to
the
take.
way you randomize it so many times, sometimes they might have a car. No, not.
Are you
have a
allowed-
car,
No, but I meant
like-
say we want to take it in and get custom exhausts added
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah, I don't. Since it's a lease, I would say probably not, because
And
that's how
if
most
you
leases
can't, if you
are.
can't technically do it,
we'll do it
you
anyways.
probably can just go do it, and then when you return,
probably
you
just
just
get
put everything
fined.
back on. Or you just put it back on.
Yeah, I know, but if they catch
So like you keep
probably
the old
get
exhaust,
Yeah,
and then when you're done with it, and you go to return
Yeah.
it when the lease is up, or when you want to swap it out for something, you then just go put on the old exhaust.
yeah.
Or they'll just fine you, but it couldn't be much. So then it would just be like you could just leave
Well, it
it.
depends on how much you do.
Oh yeah, it depends on how much.
Yeah, how much
you
you
do.
gonna do here?
Yeah,
Person shows up and it's painted a completely different color.
not because we're sticking with black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That
like,
reminds me, I got a straight pipe in my car.
oh, we should straight pipe the Corvettes.
And my black R6 was straight piped. It was louder than the R1.
Yeah.
Did you straight pipe your R1?
No, that had a dampener in it. I was
That thing
trying to
sounds
figure out how to
so
take the
quiet.
dampener out, but I didn't.
Why didn't you take
Figure
it?
it out.
Why didn't you take it in to get it ripped out?
I don't know. You literally just depend on the exhaust. You unscrew a screw, and then you just like get a
What?
jigsaw and you cut it out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my!
Yeah.
And then you can take the dampener right out, and then it's real loud,
Why do they put the dampener in?
so it's not that loud.
But then why do they make it that easy to take out?
So weird.
Because everyone wants to take them out.
You know how
Oh my
when you straight
goodness.
pipe a car though, at least in Colorado, you have to, when you take out the muffler, you gotta at least keep it, because when you take your car in again for emissions, you have to have it on or else they won't pass you.
I didn't know that.
Like if they look under the car and they don't see a muffler and they see that you straight piped it, a lot of places will like fail you.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to somebody the other day. They straight piped their car, and they threw out the muffler, and they didn't know about that. We got to talking about it. I was like, "What are you gonna do about my emissions?" And they're like, "I don't know. I'm just going to get emissions." I was like, "They're not gonna pass you if you don't have your muffler." And they're like, "Oh, that thing's in the landfill now."
Yeah.
Well, you just get a different muffler then.
Are you logged?
Yeah,
So back to the goals. Are you logged in to click up on this computer?
I believe so. It's to the right.
Where over here?
Over. That's Slack.
'Cause then we can go over at least some of the goals that we have for March.
We can go over our goals.
Go over the goals.
Go over the goals.
We just all three said that.
Yeah, we want. There's a number of clients we want
Yeah.
to hit.
This
We have
month.
a number of clients per month, which we haven't quite hit for December, but that's partially because of Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is like.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
if we had John on either any of our plans, it's technically a client.
For
Yeah, so John maybe, and then we have
The other guy. What about the other guy? We haven't talked about him
Yeah.
yet. We haven't talked about
Was
him
he
since
not
our
in?
last meeting.
Was he not interested?
He's still interested.
Oh,
He's
what did he
just
say?
trying to figure out if it makes sense for him.
Oh, did you
So
ask
if
him
we
it
get
makes
John
sense?
and if we get John and then this other guy, that keeps us on track for the amount of clients we set for this month.
Yeah.
And then for next month, January. For January, we have hire a web designer and developer, hire a VA, and then launch the podcast, which we're already had scheduled that one.
Yeah.
And then February, hire an SEO, launch our first networking event, which has already been scheduled.
Oh, that's gonna be banger.
And then in March, we should be, assuming we hit our target revenue of 50K, which will be a little over, then that's where we hire our CSM, which is the customer success manager, which is like just a project manager.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
HR for clients.
Oh.
Not really HR.
I know.
Bitrate's not going to have HR
We
for a
need to
while.
hire HR.
Why?
I don't know.
Just so we can say we have it.
Actually, let's not hire HR.
HR is the last thing you want.
Yeah, let's not hire HR.
If Bitrate had HR, they'd be in this room right now watching what we say.
Yeah.
Or we could just purposely say stuff to tick them off.
So you're paying to make them mad. Why would you do that?
That's actually genius.
Oh, it's
Let
basically.
me tell you this: Bitrate should not have HR at our meetings. They would be wanting to throw themselves off a building every meeting.
It'd be like that video. What's that YouTube channel called? Where they do all these weird skits.
Viva La Dirt League.
Yeah, and they had it was a gaming development company, and they had their team meeting, and they just hired like a project manager or something. Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
A community success manager.
that's what it was, and they wanted to quit at the end of the meeting.
They launched a new video in that series where the head developer, he like the game developer,
Yeah.
he saw one comment online that the game textures weren't realistic enough, so he went and he rebuilt the whole game, and he rebuilt it all the way down to the atomic level where he built cells. What?
It says the client did because everyone left.
No, that was for prep before the podcast.
Then what's that for?
Yeah, the camera's recording on its own thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess we're good. Nothing's here. Nobody's on
You
that.
can't see the little red light that says it's recording.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And he rebuilt the whole game at the
Cherry
atomic
phone?
level. He said, I needed to rebuild the character, so I rebuilt the mesh. But in order to rebuild the mesh, I needed to rebuild the skin cells. But in order to rebuild the skin cells, I needed to rebuild this type of cell. And he rebuilt the
my
whole character.
goodness.
And then they go, okay, but let's see it in action. And he went to press play on the gameplay footage.
Yeah.
And it was all skippy because the servers couldn't handle the load.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like bigger than the entire game alone.
That's the kind of graphics though you're trying to always make, and he's always saying that game development companies need to come out with.
They can if they want to, but they don't.
Well, GTA 6 would be kind of like that.
Yeah, no, games are on purposely not coming out with stuff because it's just more work for them.
I'm hearing that GTA 6 might be a flop
It probably is.
Oh, why?
in graphics and story
Probably.
Why?
from just leakers.
No, they get to a certain status and then they stop because it's just making money.
Well,
so they don't
Rockstar's had such a good run. I kept
They
on
have.
wondering when they're going to have a fall.
But didn't they
okay.
Because
fire?
Rockstar was acquired by a big game company.
need- You would think
Yeah,
they'd
because
get,
then wasn't it like 3 years ago or 2 years ago or something? They fired like one of their lead developers or something.
No,
And
I
then
think a whole bunch
or
of
he
people were
quit.
leaving to start another studio.
Yeah, and he went. No, that was like 4 years.
well, do you know
Rockstar is owned by Take-Two Interactive.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that name for some
Yeah,
reason.
they own a whole bunch of games.
Well, do you know what doesn't make sense?
But when you have a big company buy out a studio like
Yeah.
that, they then want you to do a lot of things for profits.
I
I know they
when
get
did
to the
sell?
profit level.
I think they sold.
I didn't hear.
I know they
No,
get to,
not recently. This is
Oh.
for a
they
while.
get to the
Oh,
profit.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I would have heard about that.
No.
Once they get to the profit level, then they just stop with the game, and then they stay there. And then once people
Yeah,
start,
like COD.
I know. Then once they start getting bored, then they add
Oh,
one new thing to get people back in. And then
Yeah,
you
like
just do
COD. With each new Call of Duty, it's the same thing, just reskinned.
the, yeah,
It's
I know.
literally all it is. Well, I gotta say this last one is even worse. The maps are disgusting. The gameplay is
Well,
awful.
no, that's the thing. People started getting bored, so then they added the new like animation setup.
And it's the one that I decided to buy.
You're like, this time will be different. And it was worse.
It was bad.
No, well, it's only funner because the animations for the characters are different.
Yeah, those break the game.
But they're cooler.
I had a person jump around the corner from me, and he was spamming his mouse side to side while in air, so his body was doing helicopters.
Oh my.
Impossible to kill him.
You know what doesn't make sense? Indie developer games, like studios, can make a game half as good as a AAA game studio. And they have like hardly no budget. But then the AAA games have millions of dollars, and they're still only half
Because they're
better.
keeping all the profits.
I know. They're not trying to get better.
Anyway,
goals. We keep getting off track.
hire the CSM by March. And one thing that's going to help us get, in order to hit these goals, we got to hit our target number of clients each month. And the one thing that's going to help with that is our referral program.
Yeah.
Where we pay people $500 a month, every month for the lifetime of a client for everyone they refer.
Mm-hmm.
I had a meeting with a guy named Kevin, that guy that runs the poker games in Windsor.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy's insanely connected. He used to be a poker player that played at the highest level. He was getting flown around in private jets
Oh my.
and playing at massive tournaments in the biggest casinos in the world.
What's his last name?
He played with Michael Jordan. I
Wow.
think the name's Pete Rose, a baseball guy, like one of the best baseball guys in the world. He played with that guy.
Oh.
And then he started a company that did $100 million in revenue over 12 years, I think he said.
Wow.
Which, like, it's kind of good. I mean, it's like a few $1 million a year.
Yeah.
But, and then he sold that, and he's just well connected. He knows a lot of entrepreneurs all over. At his poker games, he has, like, executives, CEOs, and all kinds of people. He's even, like, connected people through poker games. He's gotten people hired and everything.
Wow.
So, I was over at his house. He's trying to launch a new brand, and he has a whole bunch of questions about YouTube and podcasting and making videos. So I was
Yeah.
answering a lot of his questions, and then he wants me to continue helping him set stuff up. And he goes, "And I'm gonna compensate you for your time." And I go, "No, don't do that. I'm just doing this to help you. I like networking with people." And I go, "But if you do want to compensate in that one way, that also put some money in your pocket. You know all these people. If you know anyone who's a good fit,
Yeah.
refer people to us. You get $500 a month recurring for the length of time
Like
they're a
he
client."
needs it.
And he was like, well, he kind of does need
poker
it.
money.
No, I mean, not that he needs it, but this is his new venture. He ain't making the money he used to make because he's like starting something new.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, $500 a month, every month. He goes, "That's crazy."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell him that it can compile on top of each other?
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
That's what some people don't
think so.
realize. Some people think it's $500 a month and then that's all they make. But no, it's compound on each other.
Yeah, so
you
if he
get
gets
two
like 4
clients, it's
people, that's $2K
$1,000
a month.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
gets like 8 people, it's $4K a month.
It's a job in itself.
If he gets 12 people, that's
Wait, somebody could
6K a
literally,
month.
someone can literally make it their full-time job just to refer people for us.
yep.
Yeah.
You can become our sales rep.
Anyway,
If he gets hired for us, though, we wouldn't give him the referral.
if he's watching this, he might smile because then he knows. But he's a salesman, so he knows how things work. It's the law of reciprocity at work. I do him some good. Now he feels compelled to do us some good.
Oh, yeah, but that's how it is with everything.
Yeah.
Or like you just say, it's just business. That's all you have to say, and it covers everything.
It's just business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do it happen.
Do we have any more goals?
Well, we have yet to map out for the entire year.
Oh yeah, we just did up to like March.
Those
No,
are the
we
main
did up
ones.
to, yeah, we did only do up to March.
That was from our last meeting. We have yet to do up to the rest of the year.
Yeah, we're doing a quarter at a time, it looks like.
Wait, if we're getting the Corvettes,
Well, we
in the
mapped this out in November.
oh
We
yeah,
hit November's goals.
oh yeah.
We have hit most of December's goals.
We would have hit some of December's goals, but then, yeah, I don't know what happened.
Like a lot of December's goals was like fixing the conversion rate from like leads to calls,
Yeah.
and that got fixed. Now we're fixing like from calls to
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
customers.
What is our goals going to be for the next quarter after the Corvettes?
Well, we haven't talked about that, but
I said we
okay.
need to get Apple Vision Pros between now and the Corvettes.
Yeah.
between now and the Corvettes?
Yeah.
As like a mini goal.
It's a mini goal. It's not a big goal.
But
It's a mini
March
goal.
is the goal.
I know
That's
there's
the big
mini
goal.
goals. There's
I
mini,
said,
Yeah, but we
minis.
technically took out Christmas bonuses from bitrate,
I
so
know.
that was technically the little goal.
yeah. That's also the first time you got
Well,
paid.
no, we have multiple mini goals. For like every little goal. Little rewards.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
I forget what I was gonna say.
For the second quarter, we should do something like get a private jet or something.
Get a private
The
jet.
second quarter we get a jet.
Well, no, they're cheap if you put them on payments. Like they're like not,
Maybe eventually, but the second quarter would be rather soon.
Well, no, it's just
Way too soon.
a jet is just like putting payments on a house. Like they're that much. They're not like extremely more. They're not. If they're like $1 million or so, you can get them for like $1 million or $2 million. That's just
no,
like
you
a
can
house.
do. There's jets. I forget what the name is,
I'm not getting no baby jet.
but you can do. No, it's actual private jets, and it's
You share.
It's fracture. What do they call it? Fractionalized ownership or something. Where like 15 people
Oh
all
no!
own parts of the jets, which
Yeah.
basically means it's like they're not all. You're not all using it at the same time.
But how do you know? You could call up and say you want to use it, and while somebody's already.
Well, for
in the
those
air
types
with
of
it.
things, it's probably not. It's not necessarily like last minute. Oh, I have to fly here, so you get
probably
charter your
book it
jet. It's more so
when-
like, oh, I'm going to Miami in September, so you book out that date.
They probably have it where you like buy your section of the jet, but they have like 3 planes. So like when you buy into all 3 planes. So now there's always a plane available.
Yeah.
You know, well, like some jets are expensive, like 30 million and stuff. But like you can get cheaper ones at first for like 2 million and $1 million, and that's just literally a house. It's just like you're buying a house. Then you,
Well, around here it is.
yeah, then you can fly wherever you
don't buy a
want.
house straight out either.
I know that's why you put on payments.
What's your credit score?
What? I wouldn't be buying it. Bitrate would be buying it.
Okay, wait.
What's
So that
Bitrate's credit score?
I don't know. You're in charge of
we're only a
finances.
year old.
You're in charge of finances. You should know that.
We don't have a credit score high enough to buy a private jet at a year old.
We'll hire somebody to buy it for us.
So wait, that's bitrate's goals. Now, what are some of our goals? What's some of your goals, Harrison?
Make 10K a month by the end of this year.
Is it just from bitrate?
Not
or-
this year. Like the next 20 at the end of 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's the end of this year, you got like a week and a half.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to work.
Is that just from bitrate, or is it from other places?
Primarily from Bitrate. Yeah.
Primarily meaning.
I mean, like I could by that time have something else that would be getting me money, but I don't know.
Oh, what else?
I don't know. That's why I just said primarily. But like, there's probably like.
That's just
buy real
financial. Do
estate.
you have like fitness goals, or we have book goals? We as a team read a book a month,
Oh yeah.
so that's like a goal.
Oh yeah. I want to try to get into reading more. I have like 5 books now that
You
that
went
I'm,
on a book buying spree.
you know, that's
I
what
thought you were gonna say you're trying to read 5 books at the same time right now.
No, I
He is
just,
reading multiple books.
no, I have
right
to
now,
slow
though.
down because I'm listening to the book we're listening to, and I stopped reading. Well, no, I stopped or paused the Elon Musk book, and I'm reading another book about horses. I'm literally reading like 3 books at a time. I had to pause
People,
a book.
money, horses. That's what he's reading about.
I asked for books for Christmas.
I asked for a
you
book
got?
too.
What?
What you got? Every present under the tree is shaped like a book.
Yeah,
That's
you can
labeled
feel
to
it.
you.
You can feel that.
I don't even know what people got you, and that they all look like
They weren't even put in
books.
boxes and then wrapped. You can literally just feel the.
You probably feel into the crease and now you rub the paper.
Yeah, you can. Like when they have like a.
Wait, if it's not a hardcover, you probably can bend them.
No, you can. One is a little one, and you can just bend it, and you can like do the pages. And
Oh, that's stupid.
The other one has like a hardcover, like that bottom one, and you can feel the edges of it.
I just realized some of these books have money as bookmarks.
How much
You
money?
did that one time, and then you forgot about it, and then you went back literally like a year later, and you're like, oh, $20.
I
It's like
talked
a
to this
save.
person recently, and he said his mom would like, or his grandma would like, when she was older, she was like, would like hide money all over the house just in case she needed it, and then she'd forget where she hid it, and then she decided to move when like she died or something, so they were cleaning out her house, and they found like $500.
Oh,
wow.
Wait, that's it?
That's a lot of money. She's probably doing a little bit here and
How much back in the
there.
day was this?
I don't know, but
Well, she probably put a little bit here, a little bit there.
Well, like in
Adds up
$20 increments then.
Adds up quick.
all right. So you said books and $10K a month. Anything else? Fitness related or something?
I'm
Boxing.
Well, yeah, he was doing some illegal moves this morning.
Yeah, Harrison. Do you know you gave me a liver shot this morning?
What's that?
Illegal
You
shot.
hit me in the liver.
What's wrong with that?
It's like to the right of the abdomen.
Wait, in the
I
front
think.
or the back?
The front. The
Wait,
kidney
the
shot.
front?
The kidney shot is to the back.
No, almost all the front is
No,
legal.
the
'cause
kidney.
that's almost
The
all you're
liver. The
allowed to
liver
hit.
shot is not an illegal shot.
It's just a
the
dead
kidney
meat.
shot.
It's the kidney.
Where's the kidney?
And you hit the kidney.
The kidney
a few
is
times.
in
I
the
saw
back.
Oh, that makes sense.
Is in the back,
I saw him hit the kidney.
and he did try to hit me in the back.
He hit you.
No,
like 2
I would
times.
try to come around and hit you, but then I would just end up landing you in the back.
Yeah, but you landed one liver shot on me.
Where's that at?
It's like to the right of the abdomen.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
I got hit there too.
Yeah.
And when you get hit there, it's worse than getting hit in the gut or the head.
For real?
Yeah,
All
you get
air
like
gets
this.
knocked out of you.
It felt like it's like this crunching pain.
And I hit you there.
Yeah.
What happened when you got hit? Like, what did you feel?
You didn't notice?
What did you feel?
It means I had good poker faces.
What did you feel?
It's like a crunching pain.
good boxer
Like it feels like
face.
you want to just collapse into yourself. And like, it's hard to breathe.
Yeah.
I gotta aim for that more often. Wait, is that where I
So
hit
basically,
you?
I just
Yeah.
controlled my
For real?
breathing.
Yeah. But that's because I let you.
So
Well, yeah,
basically,
'cause you're dancing the whole time.
Well, we don't have to get into
I
that,
just
but-
controlled my breathing and started doing defense until I got my breath back.
I know, you would pause lots of times in the match for some odd reason in the middle of the round. And then,
And somehow he won.
yeah, I know, and you would just like look around like it was the end of the match, and then I would come and get you, and you'd be like, what are you doing?
It's because
That's because you kept hitting me below the belt and you
literally,
kept hitting me in the
literally
face.
you would have won, but you lost like 15 points in illegal moves.
Yeah, you can't do below the belt, which you did multiple times, and we don't do headshots. We only do headshots
Yeah,
on
this morning
Fridays.
we weren't doing
And you were
headshots.
giving me
Wait,
headshots.
What does it count if I aim for like, let's say here, up at the chest, but then the person pushes their hands up and pushes your fist into their face? Because that's what happens lots of times.
That didn't happen.
No,
when
there
I
was a few
watching.
times you landed me you hit me in like the jaw.
That's because you go like this. You're like ducking your head down up into your chest
It's
when I go to
still
hit.
head height.
And then when you push my fist up in, it's like I'm punching you in the chin, but I'm not.
How dare you?
I am a
All
professional.
right, Cameron, what are your goals?
Goals.
Oh, I know, since I'm a professional boxer, what's that big fight going on?
Jake Paul and Andrew Tate?
Yeah, I'll fight the winner since I'm such a professional now. They'll probably let me get by with some of them illegal moves since I'm new at it.
Do you have any like real
disgusting.
goals though?
Mm,
Any more real ones?
I'm kind of
Other than
training.
fantasy ones.
Yeah.
I'm kind of training for a Spartan race.
You're
When is it?
kind of training. He's only kind of training.
Well, like, I don't know what you call
He
training.
purchased the ticket a month ago.
And he hasn't done anything.
No, he has, but I don't know why.
Following the training program.
It's
Oh.
in May.
Yeah.
It's half a year away.
Yeah. Well, I said kind of training because I don't know what you call training.
It's
and then not
crazy.
training.
They have you carry like 100-pound logs or something through water.
Well, that's for
like
that's
half a mile or
the
something.
extreme course.
How high is the water?
It's like almost waist height, maybe a little lower.
Well, that's the extreme course. What's the
For a mile?
No, for like half a mile or something. Maybe football field.
in the water? Wait. What happens if you
Maybe
just
2 football fields. It was pretty far.
Couldn't you just put?
Well, that was their one trail. They change it up every year.
Couldn't you just put the log in
Now
the
they
water
can
and
have
float
people
it?
get through that way faster.
Oh,
Strap the logs to you.
why?
Because you can't let it down. And if
Well,
you
that's
go
the
down, you're under the water.
Well, that's the thing. These ones, they're made where when you put them in the water, I don't think they floated.
What? What happens?
That's
if
what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
It'll take you down with it. So people will be like, I just got to keep going. I know it burns. I
Because
know it
of the
hurts.
reason
Yeah, I wonder
to
how many
go.
logs there are if you're walking down there and also you trip over a log because somebody dropped theirs.
Hey, I didn't
Yeah.
think of that.
Yeah, because if somebody
It's cool.
dropped
At
it,
the finish line, they have a trench. They dig a trench. It's like 2
it's
feet
not that
wide.
big though.
And then they fill it with firewood. And depending on when you come through, there's like a blazing fire 2-3 feet high.
We
You have
all,
to jump over it.
Yeah, like after running 13 miles, now you have to hurdle this fire that's like 10 yards in front of
we
the
all like
finish
that.
line.
There, that's more cooler. But like for the 5K one that I'm doing, it literally showed a picture of just like a little pile of ashes.
Yeah.
It was literally nothing.
Every
Like, you're
race
jumping
they do
over
a
a dirt
different
pile.
version.
It was no reason for it then. They should have just lit it up for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, Cam, what are your goals?
Well, I'm training for the same race, so I also want to get more shredded. I want to get ripped. Jack.
You want to
But
look
you
the
already
part.
are lean. You gotta add muscle.
You want to
Yeah,
look.
I know.
You want to look.
My
the
goal
part.
is in March. Right now I'm on carnivore. I'm gonna change and I'm gonna go on a balk.
Oh
I'm
no.
gonna start
Is it gonna be
packing
a clean
on.
balk or a dirty balk?
I'm gonna do a blend of both. So I'm gonna eat
So a dirty
a lot
balk.
of chicken and rice for my main meals, but then every now
Fried
and then I'm
rice.
gonna have like a really unhealthy meal and then just.
So it's a
load
clean
it.
balk, and those are just cheat meals.
Basically,
Fried rice or plain rice?
I might put a little seasoning in it. Not fried rice. That's
A
disgusting.
little seasoning.
I already hate rice as it is.
Like salt and
Actually,
pepper?
no.
Well, then
I
don't
heard I
don't
might-
eat rice then.
Actually, I heard I might not do rice. I might do potatoes.
Yeah, do another carb that you like better, but
Yeah.
potatoes can be kind of empty, so you have to do like sweet potatoes.
Not potato.
Yeah, you can do potatoes. You can just do a lot of them, and I love
Well,
potatoes.
potatoes are like, I think, correct, maybe not, but I think they're like empty in like nutritional value. Like,
I don't
there's not
know.
much to it.
What if you just
the
do
research
bread?
I have been doing is people say to do potatoes over rice. It's just people don't like eating potatoes.
Oh.
What if you?
More people like
Why?
rice.
What if you just ate bread instead?
Well,
Like, for your
but that's still a
fillers.
little different. But I will be eating a lot of bread. I love bread.
I love it.
Push bit rate further. I want to eventually invest into some real estate,
Yeah.
especially some big plots of land. There is so much cheap land around here, like up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has to be good land, because cheap land isn't always good land.
Is it by like rivers
Yeah,
and stuff?
but man, I want to own a big piece of land.
You probably want one that has a river that goes through it.
Yeah, there's one right now I was looking at. It's like 40 acres. It has a big river that comes down through it.
Oh, how much is it?
Cheap.
How much is it?
It's like I think a few K an acre.
Like total?
not bad.
What do you think total? Like
They didn't have a total price.
So like 3K an
Trying to
acre?
I think it was like 4. It wasn't bad.
so about a no.
So like 120 grand?
Yeah, that can't be right. No, it has to be more
40
than that
acres.
for 40 acres.
It wasn't bad. It's because it's further down south.
It has to be further, like a lot further.
So you go down to Colorado Springs and then you go straight west.
Just way in there, in the middle of nowhere.
Pretty much.
You should. Now it's starting to sound expensive.
No, it's cheap. No, not where you're thinking.
No, I know what you're saying.
Not that weird community that has no laws. There's a weird community down that way somewhere that they went to.
I
It
don't
has
mean
no
down
laws.
there. I don't mean down
And
there.
it's all trashy. People live in sheds.
Ew.
I don't mean down there. Wait. No,
They're
not
your neighbors.
there. No.
I hope not.
And they're going to be like, there's no laws. We can cross your property line if we want
That's
to.
the thing. I don't think there is a property
No,
line.
I think I know what
You
you're
have to build a wall.
No, Karen, I think I know what you're talking about.
Pretty
now.
much.
I know what you're talking about now. It's literally all flat, and there's like brand new houses built out there.
I don't think that's Colorado Springs.
No, listen.
though.
No, but like it's down in that corner somewhere where you were saying. It's like brand new houses built, and there's like empty basically because nobody lives there, and it's literally shacks scattered across flat lands
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, but that's not.
That's why it's so
That's
cheap.
not the land I'm talking about. But I also think it'd be cool to own land in Alaska.
get
I don't know
shredded.
if that'll be this year though or not.
Get shredded, real estate, the race.
Land. I want to own land at least this year.
Okay, land.
Own or lease or rent.
Own. I'm not gonna lease.
Put on
land.
payments, or like are you gonna buy straight out?
I'm just kind
You
of
said own.
in now.
You don't really own it if you're putting it on payments
And that's why I said own.
this year.
Yeah.
So that means you would buy it
Actually, you do put it on
out.
payments. It's called a mortgage.
Yeah, but then like you technically don't own it 100%. It's like the bank also owns a little bit.
Well, yeah.
So like
Partially.
owning it 100%.
Partially.
Yeah, but that's actually better. If you have like 120K and Cameron wants to buy property for 120K,
Yeah.
instead of blowing all 120K on land,
Oh yeah, you put on
you
payments.
put it on a mortgage, because then you can
Yeah.
invest that 120K
Yeah.
and get its return higher than the interest rate of the payments, and then you actually made money in the end run.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
I want to start flipping dirt too. You can make some good money in that.
You can get a shovel.
You can do that in
and go.
Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna do it last year, but then I hit the month. I missed the bidding month.
There's only certain months.
There's
you
only like 2 or 3 months in Florida that you can do it.
Yeah.
do you have to do it in Florida, or do they do
Where you
it?
buy
out-
the liens and stuff.
The what?
The liens and stuff.
Yeah.
Why just in Florida? Couldn't you do it out
Well,
here?
you can do it in every state, but Florida's the easiest.
And it's the
The
best.
strategy is like you buy a lien on the property,
Mm-hmm.
and then the person can't pay the liens off, so then the land gets put in your name.
Yeah.
But don't you get the lien then?
Florida's the easiest because you can shop the liens all from a website.
Mm-hmm.
Other places you have to like look up county records and stuff.
And you have to actually
And
go
Florida-
in person to bid
Yeah.
sometimes.
Don't the
too.
In
lien-
Florida, you can just buy the liens straight from a website, and then if they
Oh, you're
Also, the
you are
tax
buying.
laws are better there too.
You are paying the lien off yourself. You do get stuck with that at least.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's so cheap.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and
If
sell
it's
the
so
land literally like 4 or 5 times the amount.
If it's so cheap, then why don't people pay it off?
Because they're poor.
Then it's not cheap, like a lot.
not necessarily they're poor. Sometimes
They don't know about
Well, like that one guy, he went and bought.
they just don't want it anymore.
True.
it. Yeah.
But like this one guy, he went and sunk 10K into a property. He paid off the lien. It was like 10K. And he sold it for like 30, 40,000.
Oh my. How fast?
Wasn't it within like a month or something?
Yeah, but it usually don't happen that fast.
It usually don't, but that's what was one
Oh, yeah.
story.
Why? But like, can you do like the same thing out here, or is it like a lot?
Land
harder?
sells fast though, usually.
You can do the same thing most any place. It's just not as easy. See, some place here you can buy the lien straight from the website and live in Colorado.
Mhm.
Some places you actually have to go in to bid at an auction for the liens.
Oh,
And you're
yeah.
buying liens that if you make a profit, it's only like a few $1,000s.
So it's
it
barely
doesn't
paying
cost
for
to
the
like
trip.
get plane tickets and go down there. And
Unless
Yep.
you're doing a lot at a time.
I want to eventually then, once that builds up a lot of money, get into actual like actual real estate or commercial like real estate. I think there's more money in commercial real estate.
what's higher dollar properties?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
What's your goals for this year?
Oh yeah.
There's like, oh yeah.
Sit back and relax, eat your popcorn.
Oh yeah. Where's the pop?
You don't have to talk.
I want to get leaner because I've been bulking up.
It's funny, I want to balk, you want to lean.
Yeah.
I'm just starting.
I can pack on muscle really easy, but then I have a lot of fat.
Yeah.
So I want to lean out, get a visible 6-pack, and then I want to read at least 2 books a month.
Mm-hmm.
I want to scale bitrate to 50K a month to start,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
That
I want to
was
maybe.
that was my goal for this year, was
What?
get a visible 6-pack.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Good.
Show us the
Good
view.
job. Strip for the camera.
Ew, I ate too much today.
So another one that you said. Wait, now we don't know if he's lying or telling the truth.
Yeah.
No, it's there. I just haven't drank much
Okay,
water.
we'll take your
I
word
didn't
for
drink
it.
much water today.
Well, technically
The
everybody.
more water you drink in a day, the more visible it is.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
When you have guys prepping for bodybuilding shows, they're not eating or drinking
That's
anything.
when they're prepping, but if you have your body set
prime.
to like drinking so much water a day and then you don't drink so much water and you just eat food, it kind of goes away. I've noticed.
What happens if you drink
That's
a
what
lot?
it's done for me.
What happens if you drink a lot of water and you eat food, but then you
Oh.
just cut it off completely?
So wait a minute. Anyway, it's 6-pack. Scale bit rate to 50K a month to start.
Mm-hmm.
Read 2 books a month. So my other agency, we never really did ads.
No, yeah, you never did.
I want to maybe start doing ads over there.
How did you get clients?
How did you survive?
How did you get clients? Like, how did you get people?
There's different ways, but I want to maybe start doing ads, which means we have to rebuild funnels and stuff.
Wait, if it worked, then why isn't Bitrate taking that?
Because it's a whole different industry. There's like different marketplaces we're a part of that people
Oh.
like who are looking for
Would
services.
it work
and
for
stuff.
us?
What?
What you're doing with your thing for
No,
Bitcoin?
it's entirely different.
What we're doing is already working.
Yeah, no, but you can have like 3 things that are working instead of just one.
So those are some of the goals.
Yeah.
So like the book we're reading this month is one, The Way of the Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And then next month we're reading Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet-David.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that'll be one. And I'll fill it in with another one.
The Way of the
I
Wolf
wanted
is
to finish
hilarious.
reading Meditations.
What's that?
It's this one right here. It's by Marcus Aurelius.
Well, I like the
Marcus
picture.
Aurelius was a Roman emperor like 80
For
years
real?
after Christ. And he was the Romer. He, during his reign, it was like the most peaceful reign in the Roman era, like around that time frame. Not like ever, because the
money
Roman
did he
Empire
make?
spanned a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And the Meditations is literally like his journal.
Oh, that's cool.
my. I
That's
heard.
cool.
I
That's
heard.
his, like,
What?
it's like just his journal. That's all it is. Like if you look at it.
He had a very little journal.
Wait, that
Well,
was
I
a
think
jo-
it's just excerpts,
Oh.
I mean, like,
kind of.
yeah, that's can't be all of it.
He didn't write very much. He didn't have much to say.
So if you like wrote a letter a day,
He goes, the recognition that I needed to train and discipline my character, not to be sidetracked by my interest in rhetoric. Or whatever. Like he's just talking to himself.
Yeah.
well,
That's cool.
I heard one time like Elon Musk's brother said that Elon would read up to 2 books a day.
A day?
Yeah, when he was really young. That's what
Probably
I-
weren't big books.
Yeah, they might have been like small ones. I don't know, but it was
Because he would have been reading fast because like the
No,
average
it's
book
because- it's
the
because-
average book if you listen to an Audible at like 2x speed, it takes like 3 hours. So he'd have to spend 6 hours reading,
No,
which I
he
guess he
would
could.
literally spend
but-
he would literally spend like his entire day just reading, like solid. Like he would like that's all he would do. But it wasn't
Elon
like
or his brother?
That was
his
Elon.
brother
I was
said
gonna say, well, where's his brother at today?
Like I don't know how
I
long.
don't hear him on the news.
I don't know how
as
long.
much.
I don't know
Did
how
you know,
long he
did
had
you
kept
know,
it up. But
did you hear what happened?
what?
So, Patrick Bet-David, who has the PBD podcast, they had like the largest YouTube stream for the election.
Yeah.
Like 4 months before the election, he said, and he doesn't really do lots of predictions. He just kind of said on his podcast, he goes, if Trump gets elected with Elon being in on it, he goes, the media will start saying President Elon, and because they'll say Elon is actually the one behind the
Oh,
scenes
yeah.
pulling the strings because he's a billionaire and he's having Trump as his puppet to get him
Oh,
all the
yeah.
rules and regulations he wants. And he said that like 4 months ago before the election, and then now literally like this week, a whole bunch of news articles started coming out going President Elon. Time magazine, I think it was, did a whole cover. Oh, and PBD said Time magazine will do a cover article or cover magazine where they'll have Elon standing above, like with puppet strings,
Yeah.
and then Trump below it, and it'll say President Elon.
Yeah.
And literally, just like this week, Time magazine did a cover page with Elon at the top with puppet strings and Trump underneath, and it said President Elon.
Yeah, but how much is that them following off of what he said?
No, he's not that big.
Still huge.
He knows the inside scoop somehow.
Well, anyway, it happened. And
That's funny.
That was funny. So they're
Yeah.
saying President Elon.
President Elon.
I wonder how people like that do get the inside scoop.
I wonder how it would be.
No, it's
if
not an inside
Elon was
scoop. He was
president.
like looking at things and making a prediction.
Well, that's the thing. That's like a very on point, precise prediction.
I
like
wonder if
that.
Elon
Oh, that
would
happens.
make a
Like
good president.
I'm listening to one of PBD's podcasts. He's interviewing some guy who was like one of the head guys in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
He was like Zelensky's right hand man.
Yeah.
And in like 2014 or something, he predicted Russia was going to invade, I think, Crimea, and then
Yeah.
they did. And they did it exactly how he predicted.
Oh, I
and then in
remember
like
that.
2019 or something, he predicted that Russia was going to invade Ukraine, and then in like 2022, they did.
But that's the thing. He could have got the inside scoop from sources that.
No, it
they
wasn't an
were-
inside scoop.
no.
It wasn't an inside scoop. He was part of Ukraine's like intelligence program.
Yeah.
So I guess like analyzing certain things, he was able to figure it out. But what I meant is predictions are a thing.
Oh yeah.
It's not like you have an inside scoop.
Yeah, but I mean, like from things like that, they get so much information on things that are happening. Like you are gonna know something's gonna happen sooner or later, and you are gonna be.
Yeah, but you don't know for sure, and then that's why it's a prediction.
Well, yeah, but like you're basing your prediction off of something that may or may not happen, but it's like already there. You didn't just.
Well, that's another thing.
Just think it up.
The guy, the poker guy.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's a conservative, so I assume he most likely was pro-Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was telling him how he could kickstart his content, and I said not to get political, but if you look at how Trump won the election, he hopped on podcasts for like 2 years leading up to the election, and then that basically got all those eyeballs. And I said if you want to kickstart your content because you already have the experience of what you're talking about, start creating content and then hop on a podcast circuit for like the next 2 years. And you'll see the same results, but just on a smaller level.
Yeah.
And boy, he really liked that.
I know who we should get on this podcast.
What? On this podcast?
Yep, our podcast. Trump. We should get Trump on here. And Elon.
Yep.
And Elon.
Too bad the election's over. He's not looking to hop on podcasts right now.
Yeah, I know.
Well, then we'll get Elon.
Elon doesn't hop on many podcasts.
We can just call him up.
We'll get him on here.
I have his number in my phone. He'll answer if I call him.
Is he another one of your car guys?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much goals for the new year. We covered most everything that we were planning on covering.
Okay.
In this Christmas episode.
Mm-hmm. Now what's next? Basically, what's next for the podcast? We're hoping to launch at least one episode a week. And then eventually have guests on and things like that. We're basically going to document the process of building bitrate and just other things
and business
related to business.
Business.
Yeah.
Getting down to the business.
Yeah. We didn't really get down to too much business.
Quite a bit of business at the beginning.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes after laughing.
After trying to figure out where we came up with the name bitrate.
Yeah.
That was weird and funny at the same time.
All right, so Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you guys again soon.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Yeah, see ya. See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya later.
Yeah, we got to keep this part after.
Please.
Yeah.
Now we're done.
No, we're still recording.
When you do this, you're done.